planned. We got him some adversity, but beyond that, I love those guys. I love those teammates, man. They're like my brothers. It's hard pill to swallow. It's something I'm gonna have to live with the rest of my life. Being a leader, trying to figure out why we didn't get it done, sitting on a loss from our last game. But beyond that, I'm proud of this team. Proud of the young men in there who I've seen mature, who I've seen come in as people who are selfish, who deal or think about themselves first, and through coming together. We've just grown as men, and that's what I'm most proud of for my teammates.
Coach Dave was telling us this week about how much this team had rallied around Devin over the past month, and it kind of helped him into this first start. How much of an emotional hit was it to see him go down that early?
Yeah, it's tough. We have a plan, and everything kind of goes by the wayside. It's hard to respond to that, but like I said, I'm proud of the way my brothers fought. There's people out there who fought to the end. People out there who, with people you can argue with nothing left to fight for, are still playing for each other, man. And that's true love, and that's all I can ask for in a team, a team that I can lead.
Can you describe what it was like trying to run an offense when it was kind of clear that it was one-dimensional for a while?
I mean, I think Lincoln. You saw spurts of who Lincoln is, and he's a great ball player. And with a situation like that, a good coach, somebody who is a good steward of a program or a good steward of a ball club, or even a young guy like Lincoln. I think that he was doing whatever Coach Dave deemed best in that situation. Do we have any doubt in Lincoln or any doubt in his talents? No. But I think in order to try to get some momentum going, we kind of were one-dimensional. However, proud of Lincoln, proud of the way he fought. He stepped up in a big stage, and he didn't bat an eye. There was a lot of pressure, a lot of different things. New center, a whole bunch of moving parts that would have had even a vet, shook. But Lincoln was stayed in the pocket. He was doing his job the best he could, and proud of him.
Was that just coach's decision to move Hensman or to play Matt there at the center spot?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that Coach Day, we trust his expertise. He's a guru. He's an expert at the game. So we were just very we trust whatever he has to say. So that was what we did, and we rolled behind him.
It could have been a great opportunity for Devin tonight, but he wasn't even able to get through the first half. Just what are your thoughts when you see a guy not able to finish a game like that? Had a great chance.
Yeah, I mean, we play sort of a barbaric, contact, rough, rugged sport, and so that comes with the game. My thoughts on it are, I wish that I could have, he could have been out here and show what he was showing to us in practice. Revealed the man that he was, the player that he was, the growth that he had in this month off. So my heart aches for him. But there's no doubt in my mind Devin's going to be a great quarterback.
This isn't to single any position group out, but it felt like Lincoln generally had a lack of time to throw the ball in this game. Did that change anything schematically for you guys and maybe the approach to the game?
I think, in games when you prepare for a team, especially with a bowl, in bowl games, you see a lot of different things that we don't necessarily account for and that don't necessarily show up on film. And so they were giving us some looks. They were doing some great job bringing us a lot of pressure, and pressures from all over the place. And so, it ended up kind of giving us some troubles. And so, we were trying to get some plays up, and the lack of time definitely, every time you don't have time to throw the ball or something doesn't have time to develop is an issue. But I think that, we handled it as well as we could.
Xavier, just what are the emotions like for you, knowing this is the end of a road for you after 6 years at Ohio State?
Yeah, man, that's hard. It's hard. I've given a lot to this program, and a lot has been given to me. So I'm incredibly grateful. That's why I'm still in my jersey. Really, it's surreal. I don't want it to end in a way, but I'm thankful. It's kind of well documented throughout the process. There was a lot of doubt, a lot of hard times, a lot of tears, but when I look back over my career, I just really see the faithfulness of the Lord. So that's something that, for me, something I can't, change. In the hard times, he kept me. In the good times, all I could think about was him. And so I pray that I can continue to. Well, I pray that first of all, I left something behind. Just a spirit, a love. Whatever that may be, just of Jesus behind, and I pray as we move forward, the team continues to grow, and there's great leaders in that locker room. Not really sad; it's more, it's a tough reality. It's been my life for 6 years, and I've given everything I had. Man, like I said, I'm eternally grateful for the Buckeyes. So.
Obviously, your faith is something very important to you.
Yeah.
How does that give you comfort in a moment like this?
It gives me comfort because I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer that Jesus is seated on the throne, and everything that happens, I might not have the answer. And really, if you look back over my career, I think that just my career testifies to that. I might not know what's the next, or I might not have the answers, but I know who has the answers. And I'm blessed enough to have a family who instilled that in me at a young age. Blessed enough to go to a wonderful church where my pastor, preaches the Bible. And so everything I left with Ohio State, I would say the two things I left with is my faith growing stronger, and truly having a relationship with the Lord for myself, and knowing who He is. And as a result of that, walking out of here a better man, a man who desires to continue to, move the king forward, a man who desires to, give back until my last breath, a man who desires to lead a family. I walked in here a selfish boy with selfish desires, and through maturation and my faith, I'm leaving proud of the man who the Lord's made me into. So,
who are the guys? Last couple questions. Who are the guys in that locker room that can kind of carry on what you're talking about with the faith and obviously football?
Yeah, gonna get emotional talking about him, but my brother G, his story's been amazing. He's had the hardest fight you could ever have. He had the hardest fight you could ever have, and I was with him in that moment, and I saw that fight. He continues to fight day in and day out, and going into this season, G was somebody who, if you asked the team, could we lean on him, could we trust him, they would say no. But same way that the Lord did the work in my life, He's doing the work in G's life, and I'm so proud of him. Wouldn't be surprised if he's repping this next year. Wouldn't be surprised if he's a captain next year. He's made huge strides, and I'm proud of him. And I don't know exactly what Mech and Trey are doing, but they're huge pillars in the faith, and I'm just excited for them. I'm excited that the team will be left. If it's just G, it's going to be left in great hands. But if it's all three of them, it's going to be wonderful. So.
Anything else? All right.